transatlantic relations, which are very important, of course, for us and for our members. How will they be over the next 4 years? How does it look for trade and business in the EU? And in Spain in particular, if in the case that Biden wins, or in the case that there's continuism with President Trump?
Well, this is a great question, Ada, and it's a question actually that I asked the president just a few weeks ago. I interviewed the president for Fox Television on September the 9th, and the way that I phrased the question, I asked the president, if you win another 4 years, will you, and this is the phrase that I used, will you mend fences with Europe? And typically when I ask a question of the president and I have a turn of the phrase, he'll repeat that phrase back in his answer. And that's not what happened when he answered my question. He did not say that he will mend fences with Europe. He said that his policies have worked well for the United States. He said that his economic policies have worked well for the U.S. And he also said that his trade and tariff policies have worked well for the U.S. And so if Donald Trump is elected on November the 3rd, if he wins another 4 years, I would not expect him to change any of his trade policies towards Europe. I would not expect him to all of a sudden remove the tariffs that are being applied to so many European products, as well as imported steel and aluminum. I would expect those policies to continue. And the one thing that I think the president not only is reluctant to do, I don't think he will do, again, if he's elected to 4 more years, is to impose tariffs on European manufactured automobiles. I think that's the line in the sand that he will not cross. He will not go down that road, despite the fact that he's threatened this so many times. As far as former Vice President Joe Biden, I think that he's an internationalist, and he sees value in having a strong U.S.-EU relationship. I think that to a large extent, the relationship that existed during the Obama years would return during a Joe Biden presidency. I would expect that many of these tariffs that have been imposed upon Europe over the course of the past 4 years would be removed, including those tariffs on imported aluminum and steel. And so, based upon that, obviously, for your AmCham members, they should keep that in mind as we look at what's going to happen in 13 days or so. Each of these candidates, Biden and Trump, have very different views about the importance, or in the case of President Trump, the lack of importance of the European Union.